Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, I want to show you something really fun, and you know what? It might be a really quick video because it's a pretty simple team, it's a pretty straightforward team, and that is a team that I'm using to basically duo the Griffin on 90 hard, okay? The reason why I'm saying it's such a quick video is because, well, I'm only using two people, as you might have already noticed from the thumbnail. So, first of all, I want to mention that this team, the video, and you know, the team that I'm going to show you is not free to play by any means, and I don't think it's obtainable by everybody because it requires you at least one specific champion. I'm quite sure you might be able to do it with a replacement, and I'm gonna try and give you replacements for that as well, but basically this is what I'm using. So to farm Griffin 90 on hard, I'm just using a Trunda for the waves, and then after that Ninja just solos the boss. The reason why Ninja is so good for soloing the boss is because it's all about his A2. This A2 just does amazing job. He basically just lands HP bombs and then he activates them at the same time, and he brings himself some survivability with a perfect veil. He also brings a decreased defense on the A1, but he also resets the cooldown of this A2 that's already on a 3-turn cooldown every time he uses this when you use it against bosses. And also the passive, he keeps increasing his damage and whatnot. So, you know, yeah, Ninja's quite of a niche hero. So if you haven't been playing, I think it's been a year and a half already since he came out. So if you haven't been playing for a year and a half already, you might not have him. However, there is a replacement. If I'm not mistaken, it might not be as fast, but it should be similar time. The replacement for that one would be Chronom, okay? If you do manage to have Chronom, he can do a similar job. Because what Chronom does is kind of same thing. On his A3, he lands HP burns. This one that goes on a 3-turn cooldown. He also gains turn meter every time he lands that HP burn, but then on the A2, he activates those HP burns. Hits 3 times the random with a 100% chance of activating HP burn. And on the A1, he extends those HP burns, and he has a cool passive as well. Every 10th attack used in the battle, he will activate the Berserker's Delight. This happens every 5 times if you have Jumarsa, so you could even bring Jumarsa just to die in there just to activate this effect, plus also the passive, but I don't think you need it. If you build him strong enough, he could replace Ninja, but again, it might not be as fast as Ninja. So let's just run it quickly to see how fast it is, and I'm pretty confident that this should work on the 3rd rotation when you have 110 hard to fight, but you know what, on the 3rd rotation, you might not be farming this one, okay? On the 3rd rotation, 99% of people will be farming the lethal gear, okay? You would go in there and you would farm the Dark Fae, and that's what you're gonna do. But you saw how fast we passed the waves. Obviously, like I said, this is more of a showcase, not necessarily a guide. So I guess it's a guide if you have the heroes and if your account is at a solid spot like mine is. I have a maxed out Great Hall. I do have Ninja. I have some solid gear with him. So, you know, that's definitely something you want to take into consideration. But this is so crazy because it's basically like a 40-second team, which is, you know, I'm not sure if you can call a team if it's just 2 people. If you had more AoE damage somehow for the waves, I'm quite sure you could even maybe solo it with Ninja. But look at this, 43 seconds and 21 turns, or the best one was 42 seconds and 20 turns. Let's just run it again. So basically Ninja starts with the A1, Trunda kills the first wave. Ninja A1s again, Trunda kills the second wave. A bit of RNG depending, like, you know, if you manage to kill her or not, because the way that Trunda likes to prioritize her skills is she always prioritizes the A2 on the one that has the lowest HP, even though you'd like to have the one with the highest HP, so she does as much damage as possible. The reason why this one, for example, works so easy over here is because, well, the Griffin is Spirit Affinity, and Ninja, or Chronom if you would have, they cannot be crit, okay? Only if the boss stacks up a ton of this one that keeps giving him crit will he be able to crit. But you can see my Ninja is barely taking any damage because Ninja is built to survive this. He's built with resistance, with accuracy, and then survivability. But I guess let me just quickly show you the presets. It's nothing too special, nothing too crazy. It's like I said, pretty much Trunda dealing with the wave and then Ninja doing the boss part. So I make him open the A1 for both the first and the second wave. You don't want him to use the A2 or A3. And then on the boss part, I prioritize the A2. You want to have as much HP burn activation so you can kill the boss fast. And then Trunda, she just does whatever. Let me just try it quickly to do like this. Let me just try to see if the first wave I kill with the A2 and then the second wave I kill with the A3. Again, like I said, Trunda is in here. Okay, so this one makes it a little bit worse because of the fact that we don't do enough damage. So that was a bad idea. So at least, you know, it's a quick testing that we saw over here. But When it comes to the Trunda, you don't really need Trunda. You can have basically anybody else, okay? Whoever is your best nuker that can just one-shot the waves, that's what you can use. If it's a Leorius that can one-shot it, if it's somebody like a Baron that lots of people use, if you have Siegfried, so whoever you have that can just one-shot the waves, that's what you're gonna use just to kill the waves. And then once you get to the boss part, you just leave Ninja to do his ninja job. You'd prefer to have your nuker be somebody that's extremely squishy, you know, so that when you get to the boss part, that person dies, and that means that the boss will take less turns. You will take less turns, which means you're gonna do it faster because less animations, you know. We would be saving on the animations from Trunda. We just want this to happen, you see? That explosion from the A2 is just insane. Also, having a Brimstone on Ninja helps as well. Again, if you don't have Ninja, try Chronum, and if you have Brimstone on Chronum, that should be just amazing. And there we go, 43 turns, 43 seconds, 21 turns. It's, I don't know, it's just a thing of beauty. I like to see it. Now, when it comes to builds, this is the Trunda that I'm using for Hydra, okay? I'm not using Trunda anymore in Arena because I have Rotos, I have, you know, Sun Wukong that's amazing, I have White King Narses, you know, there's plenty of better options. She kind of got power crept a little bit out of the Arena because she doesn't bring anything else like Ignore, Stone Skin or whatever. So she's just in Hydra because that's the cheese right now, using her for Hydra. So she's in Merciless set, 6 pieces, which gives her 35% ignore defense plus the chance to reduce the cooldowns, and also in 2 pieces of Cruel that again, more ignore defense. And then her total stats are 200 speed, 8.1k attack, 320 crit damage. It's a lot, but I do have Awakening as well. As you can see, I do have her 4-star Awaken, so I get more crit damage, more attack from the Awakenings. That one definitely helps. And then when it comes to masteries, this is what I'm running on her, basically with Helm Smasher as the tier 6. The more defense you ignore, the better, because you get close to that true damage when it comes to Hydra. But again, Trunda does not have to be, you don't necessarily need her. Again, whoever is your best nuker, but you want somebody that either has 2 AoEs on the A2 and A3, or somebody like a Baron that can one-shot with the A1 with the excess damage. So, you know, at least from this point of view, you don't need Trunda. It can be any nuker. Because if you have a look actually on the leaderboards, you're gonna see that some people, for example, might use the ally attack. Okay, lots of the strategies are again the Baron there, and then lots of ally attacks. Ally attacks, you can see some crazy turns. It's like, you know, triple Gnut and whatnot. But still, the animations of Gnut make it slower from my point of view. But I guess when you get to the boss part, it would be just 3 nukes and that's it. The boss is dead. Now let's have a look at Ninja. And again, the way that I've built my Ninja, if you do not have Ninja but you have Chronum, just build in the same way, okay? So my Ninja is built in Regen plus Perception. He's basically built for my Shogun's Grove and basically for any speed farm that I'm using for the Doom Tower for any bosses. So he's running 245 speed, 65k HP, 2.6k defense. You don't care about attack, you don't care about crit rate or crit damage. Then I do have 586 accuracy because, again, I need this for the Shogun's Grove, and then 347 resist. You normally want for Doom Tower hard around 350 resistance to basically resist everything apart from the Bommel bombs, okay? For Bommel you need like 800 resist, that's just crazy. But anything else, if you have 350 resist and 350 accuracy, you're basically good to go and just deal with anything for the Doom Tower. And then masteries, I do have him with support and defense because I don't care about War Masters, he does plenty of damage from his A2. So I would have him in the Eagle Eye, support tree, and then down the defense tree for a little bit more survivability with blast proof and rejuvenation, plus a chance to counterattack, because, you know, it might help from time to time. But the important thing for him, again, Ninja or Chronum, is the regen, because you want to keep them to be self-sustained, you want them to have decent speed like I showed, and then some survivability. That's really important. But I guess that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this was not a free-to-play guide or a guide. This is more of a showcase of the team that I'm using on the Griffin, because this rotation, honestly, I'm farming the Griffin. I cannot think which is the better one to farm, because Magma Dragons, man, Nether Spider, you could argue that you might want Untouchable, but kind of shifted away from Untouchable because I don't really need it anymore. And then the Eternal Dragon Bloodthirst is definitely not good enough. So I said, you know what, Guardian Gear can be good for some Hydra people can be interesting for some Syntranos teams for survivability, maybe even some random arena champions that you want to be tanky. So that's why I decided to farm the Griffin. And if you're someone that's playing early game, you know, you cannot build this team, but you're debating what to farm. If you're making a killable team, Guardian Gear is going to be the best one for you, because that's going to allow you to, you know, bring some more survivability, because it kind of gives you the ally protection and healing at the same time. But anyway, we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. It seems like, well, it was a longer video than I expected, but still, it was pretty fun. I really wanted to share this with you guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.